right?
Huh?
You know about that, right?
No, I don't.
He takes me over after the match, right? And takes me back in the locker room. I thought he was mad about something. He said, no. I said, everybody sat down and took out a Rolex box. Matching. Mine says to be the man. It says you got to beat the man.
Yeah, come on.
Wow, that's
awesome.
classy.
That's cool, that, right?
Yeah, dude.
That's really, I've never heard that story.
No, I haven't. Very few people know it.
Wow, that's fair.
I've been offered $175,000 for this watch.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I might have sold it, Rick.
For almost 200 grand. That's pretty cool.
Do you know I was bartending one night at Rupert's and you came in?
Don't even tell that story.
Dude.
Mark will fire me before I get started.
Rick would come in. Rick would come into Rupert's, man. And you know, in being here, I'm old school. Like I used to live near.
Mark, don't believe you know that
a few wrestlers, but you came in and you had this hot little chick with you. You know. Maybe one or two. I think you actually had two. But you're in your suit and you're all, you know, and you're like, woo! And you come up and you order and you looked at me in the side and you go, yeah, I'll take 3 of those. And you just kind of like flick the hair. I mean, dude, when Flair was in the building, you knew it.
Oh, God. You know, I used to go there a lot with Ted Turner.
Yeah, I saw you with Ted Turner.
I went with Ted and Rankin Smith came sometimes. And then the basketball player.
Trying to think which one.
Oh, the kid that played at Georgia, real good.
Oh,
same time frame as Jordan.
Trying to think.
Not Dominique.
Dominique Williams. But he would head into
Dominic
the VIP room, and you'd see Flair in the VIP room, and you even could wear the sunglasses and not walk into things.
That wasn't me. Are you sure?
well, now, Rick, this is we've had a long relationship with our friends at Roadie.
Yes,
and we love. We were just explaining the app and how it works to the audience, just in case they're not on board. But how did you get hooked up with Mark, who's here? He's the CEO of Roadie, and we were talking about the stuff we did the children's healthcare last year. How'd you get hooked up with Roadie?
Well, I met Mark through his brother, and I met his brother just by coincidence up at Lake Lanier, and he came over with his family and a couple other people that work with Jarrett, and just great people. Invited me over to his boat, which was 1.5 miles long. You'll probably see it from here. It's the most tricked out houseboat I've ever seen in my life. And, we just had a lot in common. And I apparently, Mark's dad, by the way, happy birthday to your dad tonight.
I know.
I'll be there. He got 80 years old. So
awesome.
Mark's dad, all Mark and Jarrett wanted to do was go to the wrestling matches, and poor Mark's dad volunteered and took him.
Oh, really?
So they grew up on me.
Oh, yeah.
That's very cool.
So now, Mark, the CEO of Roadie, and again, big fans, you got a guy that you grew up watching who is the all-time great, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, as the spokesperson for your now company. How cool is this?
It's so cool. Yeah. It's so cool. My brother and I... it was funny stories about my dad. I mean, they used to have Starrcade down at the Omni, and it was Thanksgiving night. And who doesn't want to spend their Thanksgiving night going and watching wrestling down?
Oh, I mean, why not?
Been there.
We would show up down there, and Jarrett would dress up as all the people, but this guy was the one we always watched. So
sure.
It's a big thrill to have him on board now.
Yeah. The dirtiest player in the game, man. So it's
That's awesome.
Rupert, that's no fair.
Dude, sorry, man. I mean, I've run across, Tom. I got Tommy Rich stories too. But, I lived near him.
He was a D4 up by the airport.
Yeah, he never made it to Rupert's.
No, I don't
You
think
also
so.
did Limelight time, but we don't have to get into any of that.
The Limelight with Cher.
Yeah.
She was playing that night. She was going on with Greg Allman then.
Yeah.
And Michael Hayes and Greg Allman were very close friends.
Mm-hmm.
It used to kill me because I'm supposed to be the guy at the limousines and everything, which I had, but when Hayes would walk out through the concourse, there was Greg Allman and Cher waiting for him. He got in the car with them and drove off.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When
you're looking around going, whoa,
come on, man, this ain't right.
What the hell?
I'm a Nature Boy, are you kidding me?
But yeah, you were seen all around town. That was the cool thing. You were one of those guys that old Atlanta.
American Pie on Sunday night.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
God.
Yeah, you could party with Flair.
Buckhead.
Yeah. American Pie, Roswell Road.
Yep.
Well, we have a mutual friend in your days in Orlando. with TNA and Mark Bubba Ray.
Oh yeah,
He's one of my best friends.
Is he really?
Yeah, and so one night when the hotel by Universal where you guys would stay and go into the lobby, and then you guys have that back room.
DoubleTree.
Yeah, exactly. And so one night, I text Mark and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to grab a drink?" And he's like, "I'm getting ready to sit down with Rick." And I said, "Flair." And I was like, because in the radio business, you work with the different companies there,
sure.
from their inception with Jeff Jarrett, go and Jimmy Hart and all that stuff. So being based in Orlando all those years, I was working with them. And then when you came aboard, our paths never crossed. Grew up a fan. And I was like, look, not trying to mark out. You know that. You know how I am. But I might just pop by and have a drink. He's like, now, when me and Rick get together and drink, you're not going to be able to handle it. I've drank with you before. I said, okay, fair enough. I don't want to act like a goofball.
Tell me you're a bourbon drinker.
No, I'm not. That's one thing I'm not.
You're not?
I drink red wine, I drink beer, and I drink vodka.
Okay.
I have drank a little bourbon in that, but that's...
What happens when you drink bourbon, Rick?
Nothing. I just don't care for it
Nothing
that
bad?
much. I don't even Crown Royal, tequila. I've done enough for that to last a lifetime. I'm 20 years past that now.
just to let you know, kind of like Mark with Roadie, growing up a fan, right? So my first email address when AOL sent out those little coasters, those CDs, right? And I didn't know how it worked. So I'm typing it, says, pick your email name. So I said, okay, I'm going to be Bailey Flair. That's what I'm going to be. So I'm typing in.
Does that creep you out at all?
It's going to be, this is, mid-90s. I'm going to be Bailey Flair at AOL.com. The only problem is there's not enough characters. So still today, the email address exists, Bailey Flair. At AOL.com.
It's close enough.
Yeah, man, it works.
It still exists. I won't get rid of it just for that fact. All right, give us a minute. Come back, talk some more about Roadie with Mark, CEO of Roadie, and of course the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Because as your career continues, you've got a documentary with Charlotte, your daughter, that I believe is coming out from the WWE.
Book, September 18th.
Or the book, the book.
Second Nature, and then I've got a 30 for 30 coming out.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that with ESPN doing that 30 for 30 on you, because I've seen some of the footage, and that looks really, really good.
Yeah.
So give us a minute here. It's Bailey and Southside Rock 100.5.